Whether China cooperates or not, the Philippine Coast Guard will complete and submit a report to hopefully contain the best obtainable version of the truth on the tragic event on the high seas that sank a Filipino fishing boat and threw all its 22-man crew overboard to stay afloat and survive a watery grave. PTV correspondent Naomi Tiburcio has more.
The Philippine Coast Guard is finalizing its investigation on the collision of Filipino and Chinese boats at Recto Bank, where 22 Filipino fishermen were thrown overboard and rescued hours later by a Vietnamese sea vessel. According to PCG Deputy Commander for Maritime Command, Captain Christopher Villacorte, the Marine Casualty Investigation Service is reviewing collision regulations of the Sea Convention for any rule violation following the incident. In order to finalize the investigation, the PCG says they needed to hear China's side, but if it refuses talks, he says,
ano ba gusto natin mangyari? Mag-file tayo ng kaso o amicable settlement. So, yan po you have to determine yan. So, para natin kukunin yung both sides, kung ayaw nila makipag-usap, so we have to file sa International Court of Justice or sa International Tribunal.
After Recto Bank's incident, the PCG is left with no choice but to plan immediate reinforcement of security in this stretch of maritime territory that belongs to the Philippines. Aside from additional vessels, they are studying the possibility of a lateral entry where armed forces of the Philippines can enter and join the forces of the PCG. According to the agency, it currently has 12,000 members, a huge shortfall to the minimum of 40,000 members they need. According to an international relations analyst, the finalization of the Code of Conduct in South China Sea needs to be fast-tracked. The Regional Code of Conduct aims to ease tensions over territorial claims in the South China Sea. China targets to finish the COC by 2022.
This really warrants us to have an agreement with China, fast-track the COC para maiwasan yung mga talagang political escalations and yung mga untoward incidents that could lead to something else.
According to political and security analyst Romel Banlawi, the event poses a huge security implication of fishermen's security. Banlawi says instances of alleged unintended collision may increase in the future if this is not addressed now.
They are clamoring for justice and rightful response. I think that's the issue. And the Philippines and China should use their friendship to promote justice of the 22 fishermen.
Meanwhile, the need for an independent investigation on Recto Bank is now under serious consideration. Naomi Tiburcio, for the Nation.